With many reports coming in, the disappearances seem to be a global event. Several nations are closing their borders, as well as suspending all flights in or out of the country. We're also waiting for any news concerning the President and the White House staff. In this growing atmosphere of panic,
you know those things are going to kill you, right? What are you so happy about?
crime, violence, disappearances. I can hardly wait to see what happens next.
Seriously?
Ray, this is what we've been waiting for.
You're a piece of work. I need to get the van back to the station. Let's go. Hey, are you seeing what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let's go check it out.
Okay. Hey, what's going on over there? Hey, leave that guy alone. He's not doing anything to you.
Mind your business, man.
Hey, man, I'm not trying to start any trouble now.
Man, you already started it.
Well, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Sure.
I used to do church productions at a large church in Northern Virginia,
Yeah.
and my passion was just acting. We did big shows from Christmas and Easter productions, so I did characters such as Judas, Roman soldiers, things like that. One of the ladies who were in charge started her own production company.
Yeah.
And she said, Tony, I think I have a role for you that fits you perfect. And I said, of course, you know, I find myself a comedian, so I love to act. So her first movie was called The Basement, and so she cast me as a camera guy in the movie. I played Ray. And from that, it's just taken off, and, you know, I've been truly blessed to get roles and just enjoy what I do. Well, being that I started in 2012, one of the most difficult ones is when you have to reshoot, you know, because we have producers that want perfection, and I'm totally for that. So sometimes making sure that you repeat the same wording, the same was a challenge. But then being nervous that you're going to mess up, and because you always want to do your best the first time. So one of the most challenging things I've had was in my first role. I was so nervous, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I actually I was driving a vehicle with a green screen, and I had the wording taped to the steering wheel. And so I was trying to read the words, and the director said, stop, cut, 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 something just isn't right. And so I fessed up, and she started laughing, and she's like, just relax, let it flow naturally. And so after that, I felt confident, and I threw away those wordings, and it just came out naturally. Well, that's key right there. Pretend the camera isn't there. Be yourself, because if you acknowledge that the camera is there, you're gonna be nervous, you're gonna mess up, you're gonna stumble. Just pretend like you're in a natural conversation, just like you and I are having. Well, I have to say, it doesn't come by myself. It comes with the people I work with. I've worked with phenomenal actors, Michael Joyner, Patrick Van, I mean, just numerous of actors. And so you feed off of their character as well. And when you get in a dialogue with other actors, it brings out the best in you. Well, it's so many. I work with Chris, I work with Patrick, Michael Joyner, Angie, I mean, it's so many that I can't even think of. Shakira, she played my boss in the last movie, and it's just wonderful to see the chemistry you have on set. Yeah. It's like a family, you know. Well, it goes back to high school. I played in Hamlet. We're starting off so young, when you do live productions, it's live. So if you mess up, you mess up.
Exactly.
But being an actor, you can cut and reshoot, and so that basically shaped what I do now, because I know that I had to learn the wording and the parts live, and so I think that assisted me with becoming the actor that I am today. Well, I'm not gonna say either one is real easy, but the era of mistakes is better on camera than it is live, because if you mess up on camera, you can edit it, delete, cut. But on live, when you have an audience looking at you, if you mess up, you have that deer in the lights head, like, oh no, did I just say that? So it is more difficult live than it is on film. No, I have not. I've been on a few radio stations, WTOP up in Northern Virginia, talking about hirings of veterans. I've been on TV for some of the races. I got interview with local news before one of the runs. But other than that, as far as an acting role, it's my heart, it's my passion, and hopefully one day someone will discover me and some of the people I work with, that you can see new talent on TV. Long days, long hours. When you reshoot and then you have more scenes, or something that has helped me is prayer. Something I like about JCL production is before we start any shoot, we pray. And I think, and same with Adam, before we started, we prayed, because God gives you that peace. And so whenever you start to get stressed, you just have to take a step back, calm down, and know that it's going to be okay. Because trying to remember the lines that you have, and you want to do it perfect, and you want to make your audience believe the character, sometimes it is stressful, but you just need to have patience and just be committed to what you're doing. I think on my first movie, where I played Ray, where I got shot, and then I had a dying scene. It was hard because, one, we don't practice dying. And so having been coached by some of the great directors, producers, it was a challenge, that you had to make sure that you said your lines, but realize that you have to pretend that you're dying. So, and that's one of the challenges with making movies, is sometimes you have to step out of your comfort zone. And so that role was very challenging, and to this day my mom watched it once, and it's hard on her to see her son dying in a movie, because it could be real life. Oh, my mom is very supportive. When Dawn, the new movie, came out on Amazon a few weeks ago, she wanted to watch it with me. And, family members would be honest with you. And she told me she thought in that movie I was a real booty hole. So that meant I did my job correctly. My kids, they love what I do. I feel that without family support, it's hard, but so far I have family support, so I'm very pleased. Wow. I give you three. One is John Travolta. I just think he's an awesome actor. He's had different type roles. As I stated, Denzel, I really feel. And I'm speaking off for what I've heard, not fact, but I was told if he plays a bad character, he would kill himself off in a movie. And if you look back at all his movies, he dies in all the movies that he's a bad guy. But he just, you can tell in his heart he's behind the acting. Wow, that's a really great question. I have never been to school for acting, which, you know, a lot of people spend a lot of money. I did go and apply to, I think, AMTC. I'm probably saying it wrong. I went to a big audition in Convention Center down in Virginia Beach, and they selected me. But what turned me off is they stated that I needed to come up with, I want to say $4,500, $5,000, and then they train you and put you in front of Hollywood actors and things like that. And I just felt that, you know, if you want my talent, why should I have to pay you money? And it kind of turned me off. So everything I've learned is by the grace of God, practicing or getting educated by other actors or by producers that I've worked with.